Hey folks! Today's video is going to be your monthly anti-haul, and lo and behold, it is also that time of the month. It's clockwork at this point. Also, I did my makeup earlier today, and I didn't want to waste it because it took me so long and I liked my eyeliner. So if you recognize this makeup, I did it in a video that I recorded earlier today that I posted on Wednesday night where I was talking about my favorite animes. And I wanted to film this before we finished all of Fruits Basket because I was gonna cry. So, welcome to my 42nd anti-haul, I think that's the number we're on. If you are new to my channel, I've never seen one of my anti-hauls before. They're a series originally popularized by Kimberly Clark here on YouTube. Kimberly is a drag queen, activist, creator extraordinaire, and she started the anti-haul series years ago, and I started doing them a few years ago as well. So credit where credit is due. Kimberly, you're great. So today we're going to be talking about some, I think mostly bronzers. Mostly bronzers. Because, you know, it's summertime and it's this season for shitty bronzer ranges. And then some other things too. If you haven't seen one of these videos before, they are basically a way to counteract the hyper consumerism that is just everywhere else on the internet. So because you see so much stuff that's like,
hey, you need to buy all these things, it's amazing, you need it, 25 Amazon listings that are gonna make your life easier.
This is like a foil to that. This is the antagonist to that annoying protagonist. Yeah, that's what these are. So the first thing we're going to talk about is actually probably the least controversial, and it is a piece of skincare from Ole Henriksen, and it is called Dootopia, which honestly the name, very cute marketing there, but it is a 20% acid night treatment, where there is a 10% AHA and a 10% PHA. The thing that I've noticed with skincare specifically right now is just how obsessed the skincare industry is with acids. And granted, this is a $55 serum, so it's not like it's necessarily targeting the early teen demographic, but because of the rise in skincare YouTube and the rise in skincare influencers, you have much younger people using stuff like acids and these really intense retinol things. And it's never a bad thing for young people to start taking care of their skin, but I feel 20% acid is so intense. That's so much. You don't need a 20% acid treatment. 10% is good. 15% is getting up there, but 20% acid, what does that extra 10% do other than just being higher than 10%? You know, it's kind of like with eyeshadow palettes where it's oh, our eyeshadow pans are this much larger, so you're gonna get this much more value out of it. It's but are you though? Are you gonna use all of that? It's oh, this serum has 10% more acid in it, so it's gonna do 10% more stuff to your skin. When is it though? Because of skincare YouTube and because of the name Dootopia, it's marketable, it's alluring, and young people and teenagers are gonna see something called Dootopia. They're oh, that looks fun. So they're gonna go out and buy a 20% acid treatment, not knowing if it's gonna be the best thing for their skin. I don't need it. The brand's most potent serum to date exfoliates skin to reveal a significantly visibly smoother, renewed, and brighter complexion. Smooth skin texture, firms, improves elasticity, and targets the look of dark spots, pores, fine lines, and wrinkles. That's what 10% acids do. I like my 10% acids. That's all really I can go, and I prefer lactic acid for myself. I have very sensitive dry skin, so I don't go too crazy with acids just because I know if I overdo it, my skin will be ow. No thank you. Okay, next. Oh, where was this Tarte one? So the next thing we're going to talk about is directly related to an Instagram video ad that Tarte posted. And this was getting shared all over Twitter, and I saw people posting about it on Instagram as well. And it is for their Timeless Smoothing Primer. I don't know if this is a new product. I don't know if this is a new product. I don't buy primers. So they posted this video on their Instagram account with the tagline of
not a filter, this is amazing.
Watch me shrink my pores instantly. Look at the results that you're seeing right here. This is not a filter. Oily skin, textured skin, meet your new best friend. It's our Timeless Smoothing Primer. It's like a filter without a filter.
It was so ridiculous how blatant and brazen this ad was. And thankfully enough people were talking about it for the average consumer to see in the comments that they were getting called out And thankfully there weren't like a ton of comments being like, oh my God, this looks amazing, I should go buy this, because it was a lie. Like, it was a flat out lie. And the creator, I guess, who, I don't know if it's like an influencer specifically versus somebody who works for Tarte, but they posted a video, not a filter. While nothing out there can actually shrink pores, our timeless smoothing primer does a lot to help blur their appearance and can be used under or over your makeup. Still skeptical? We're giving away 100 timeless smoothing primers today so you can try for yourself. Comment below for a chance to try it out. And literally one of the comments is from James Welsh. She's like,
Too late, hon.
which is funny because there's a bunch of other people being like, wow, this is amazing. Wow. Like, no. They posted this second video as like a, see, it's not a filter, but the video that they originally posted, they deleted. This video actually doesn't look like a filter. So it's like they took a video that didn't have a filter on it and then added one on there and be like, see, we're not lying. This didn't have a filter on it. It's like, yeah, no, but we saw the first video, Tarte. We saw it. Like, skin texture is real. Skin has texture. Stop trying to sell textureless Barbie skin to teenagers. Please stop. Please stop it. It's one thing to, like, if you want to post artistic photos and want to do retouching, like I do photography. I do wedding photography. Retouching is a thing that I do regularly for that stuff. I don't go overboard with it, but I do like gentle retouching here and there. But if you're trying to sell something that is supposed to be makeup and skincare and product for your face, this is flat out false advertising. I think there's a law that's getting passed, not here in the US, but somewhere, where companies have to put that disclaimer that if there's been a filter applied, and otherwise, if they don't, it's illegal. So I'm glad that that's going to be a thing now, because this was bullshit. So I'm obviously not buying the smoothing primer from Tarte because I don't know what it does. I didn't think I was gonna get that salty. Okay, next, I know that this is something that people are gonna want to buy because it's tiny and it's convenient.
But
Urban Decay released the, inspired by Urban Decay's best-selling Naked 3 eyeshadow palette, they just dropped an all-new 100% vegan formulated Naked 3 mini eyeshadow palette. So they did a Naked 3 mini like 8-9 years too late. Maybe not 8-9, but like at least 6 or 7 years too late. Like, there's 2 shimmers, 4 mattes. The first 2 mattes are so similar, where they're just like beigey cream colors. There's like a mid-tone kind of taupe, and then like a darker brown. Like,
why?
what is this Clinique free gift with purchase? It looks like a Clinique free gift with purchase from like 2003. Like, it's just so underwhelming, and it's so funny. People be like, yeah, they 10 years too late. Like, what the fuck is this? And it's $29? No, screw that. $29 for a 5-pan eyeshadow from Urban Decay? Screw that. Oh my god. That's funny. If you want to buy like a basic ass like neutrals palette, like there's so many smaller brands, there's so many cheaper brands that have better formulas than Urban Decay for less money. What is this? It's a Clinique free gift with purchase. Don't need that. Next, Benefit Crocs.
Why? Why?
Benefit put out a collab with Crocs to put a classic clog and a classic sandal, both bedazzled with beautiful gibbets. Is that what it's called? Gibbets? I've never owned a pair of Crocs. Wait, are you supposed to wear the Benefit logo on your feet? What are we, 5 years old? These would look cute as a phone case. Give me a translucent jelly pink sparkly phone case with charms on it? Hell yes. But I ain't wearing that shit on my feet. Like, what? Clearly not my taste. Like, that's just ugly. Just that big ass Benefit logo. What does it say? Laughter is the best cosmetic. The saying is laughter is the best medicine. Aren't these cosmetics companies like selling us things that reduce smile lines? Laughter does the opposite of that. They give you smile lines because you're laughing. I just had to mention that because I had so many people tag me in it, and I was like, it's a dumb collab. I'm not the target demographic. You know, if you like Crocs, if you like pink sparkly things, like, do what you want with your money, but I'm not that. Okay, next, this is something that I need to talk myself out of because it is very cute. I don't know who Mitch Keegan is, but this person is doing a collaboration with Spectrum Collections, Spectrum makeup brushes, inspired by the adventure and easy elegance of Italy's Amalfi Coast. Oh, those are pretty. Oh my god, they're so pretty. So it's like brush sets that come with really pretty brush bags. I don't need this for one reason and one reason alone. I have enough makeup brushes and I don't need these. But they're so pretty. They're very pretty. I do love my Spectrum brushes though. This one, these ones that are like the pink and purple, blue, these ones are Spectrum brushes. I really enjoy them a lot. They're very soft. If you need new makeup brushes, I recommend Spectrum, but I don't need these sets. And also there's like a lot of face brushes that look like things that I don't use. I kind of just wish that when makeup brands and brush brands did sets, that they did like a bunch of different brushes and then you could like pick the ones that you really used a lot to include in like a buy 5 for this much money. And I know like brushes don't all cost the same. Like an eyeshadow brush isn't gonna cost the same as like a kabuki brush. Like I know that, but I just feel like a lot of brush sets that get sold have too many face brushes that I wouldn't use, or like eyeshadow brushes in shapes that I really don't like using. So I don't buy brush sets for that reason, because there's always at least one or two that I just don't end up using. Okay, next, KKW, which is being rebranded. I will say when I first saw the like post that KKW was going to be like closing up, I was like, yes. But then I realized as I read further down, I was like, oh, they're just rebranding because of the divorce. So there's going to be no more W's. But KKW, name pending, are putting out lip lacquer pots and lip brush. Add a tinted sheen to your lips using our new lip lacquer pots in 4 shades, including light beige, creamy peach, pinky beige, and warm chocolate tones. The new retractable compact lip brush is for easy application of desired coverage. Do you know what is easy application of lip lacquer? A lip gloss with a doe foot applicator. What is this? I hate lip gloss that comes in pots. Oh, I hate it. I have a deep hatred for lip gloss in pots because A, it's disgusting because you have to dip your finger in it multiple times and then your finger is covered in lip gloss. So then you have to either wipe your fingers off on like your pants or your purse. There's just so many levels of like making sure there's not like dust and hair and things that just get stuck in it. Just put it in a lip gloss tube. It's not that complicated. This is definitely one of those innovations where it's like, you always thought about could you, but not should you. No, I hate that crap. I hate it. We grew out of that. It's nostalgic, but this isn't even like cute for nostalgic purposes. At least the Fenty one they put out that wasn't an April Fool's joke, kind of hit those nostalgic checkpoints. But this doesn't even do that. It just looks like an ugly color corrector. Oh, it's not cute. It's not cute. Not cute at all. Nope, don't need that. Oh, one thing. Oh, another piece of skincare that I forgot to mention. This new brand, it is a new skincare brand called No Beauty, created by Madison Beer, Vanessa Hudgens, and Dr. Karen K. I don't know who Karen K is, and I don't follow Madison Beer. I only know who Vanessa Hudgens is because I watched High School Musical when I was younger, but they're putting out like a full-ass line of skincare, like a giant line of like eye cream, night cream, it's so many eye creams and so many night creams. Jesus. Cleansers, day moisturizers, masks, lip mask, charcoal mask. The price points for those things are not horrific. It's anywhere from like $20 to $30 for those things, which I think is like reasonable for a mid-range skincare brand. So like the skincare itself, I don't know, I haven't looked into like the ingredients specifically, but the skincare itself, it doesn't seem like exploitatively priced, except for the skin DNA kit.
Huh?
What is that gonna do? What is that gonna do? Like, I totally realize that not everybody has access to a dermatologist, like, totally understand that. But buying a $95 skin DNA kit is not going to do really anything close to what a dermatologist can do. A skin DNA kit, that is so weird and cash grabby, and $95? Like, you get a 23andMe for your acne? Like, what? Your Ancestry.coming your eczema. Okay. That's so weird. That's so weird. So the comments on this post is, at least one of them is an actual dermatologist. Well, that's good. But still, a skincare DNA kit. That's a cash grab. That's ridiculous. I don't need that. That's stupid. That's dumb. Next, before we get into the bronzer
Bonanza.
Speaking of obscenely priced things, Hourglass decided to do something where they have a new collection, the new curator collection of eyeshadows. A customizable vegan eyeshadow collection with 40 shades, 4 finishes formulated from, I don't care. There's 4 finishes, matte, satin, metallic, and shimmer. Refillable pan. Similar to how their like lipstick things are kind of refillable, that you can buy like the main component and then like buy the refills, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like I like the idea of having larger components that you can just buy refills. Like that is a good idea. Except their products are so ridiculously expensive, including the refills and just the empty containers. This is obscene. The eyeshadow refill are $29. $29 for a single eyeshadow. 1-pan curator, $31. 3-pan custom palette, $99. 5-pan custom palette,
$161.
for a 5 eyeshadow palette. When Hourglass is not known for their eyeshadows, they're known for their skin products. They're known for their face powders. They are known for their lip products, even some of their like complexion products. Hourglass is coming out the gate with eyeshadows with an $161 5-pan shadow palette. Their excuse is that it's customizable. Holy shit. This is more expensive than Pat McGrath, than Natasha Denona, than Marc Jacobs, than Tom Ford. $161? That is the most ludicrous thing I've heard in a long time. Honestly. There is never an eyeshadow that is a single eyeshadow that is worth $29. What people tag me in this and they're like, Abby, you have to talk about it. And I was like, oh, you know I will. Because that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. I hate that. Now it's time for Bronzer Bonanza. First, Bobbi Brown is putting out a 3 different face and cheek palettes that are sad, that look like they came from Almay in 2009. 3 palettes that do not go very dark. This looks like a benefit release. Next.
Another one.
Physicians Formula. I'll say these look cute. The butter bronzers, they have a new line of butter bronzers that are like butter cake, butter brownie, butter cookie, butter cake, butter donut, and butter toffee. It's a cute packaging, but when you take a look at the actual shades of these bronzers, aside from them being like aesthetically pleasing and like cute food themed things, they're all like very mid-tone. They don't go very dark. There's not a lot of range. The only selling point is that they're cute and that they smell like coconut. And that they have maru butter in it. Oh, Takuma butter and Kapuasu butter too. Wow. Stop trying to make these cute, smelly, yummy bronzers look even cuter when you could just make them more inclusive. Like if you're going to release more bronzers, have that release increase the shade range. Increase the variety and the range of skin tones that can wear the bronzers without actually like paying attention to shade range. Like, this is so stupid. Oh, Jaclyn. Jaclyn Hill. You were on the right track with your blushes, with your last release with the blush palettes. Jaclyn Hill released an entire line for the summer. Tina, the Fancy Face, put out a great video about just this whole collection, this whole debacle. I highly recommend it. I will link her video in the description as well as in a card because Tina's great. She went even more in detail about this whole situation and about like the launch video and just like some of the verbiage and the way that Jaclyn talked about it. Like Tina goes in like really well on it. It's 5 bronzers, which is not necessarily like a bad number of bronzers. Like you can have a decent range within 5 bronzers. Like look at Midas. Like there was 4 face palettes that went from light to dark. Like there was a range there. Rather than having a range of shades, what Jaclyn and all these other brands are doing is rather than valuing the range from light to dark, they're looking at specifically and strictly just like slight variations in undertones. Really, I can use so many different bronzer undertones. I can make so many different bronzers work for me because there's so many out there that are made for me. And like her excuse that she's a small brand and that she's an independent brand and that she didn't have the resources to actually like have deeper shades. She was like,
oh, well, I can only I would need to have somebody else try it on. Somebody else with darker skin try them on and get, it's like,
then just do that. If you're only looking at your own arm and your own skin to test things out, if you're only looking at your skin tone to see if products work for people, that is your problem. Like, that is your fault for not doing the work. That's such a bullshit excuse to say that you're an independent brand and that you can't put out darker shades because you're not dark. You. Like, there's so many brands that are independent brands that I'm sure have less funding than you that have put out better shade ranges. Don't try and sell us the idea that you're such a small and fledgling brand that you're making all your own products in your kitchen. It's like, no, we know you have the backing of Morphe, so like cut the crap. It's bad, and like the marketing images are so embarrassing too. Like, they have 3 different arms that are 3 different skin tones that they try the bronzers on, and when you get to the deep skin tone, all of the bronzers just look so ashy. They're so gray and sad looking. Why did you think that that would fly? I see no point. Just when you think that Jaclyn Hill takes a couple steps forward, she just jumps right back. This was just terrible. This was so bad. Just bad. Just bad. I had to rant about it for just a little bit. These were all my opinions, so if you didn't agree with them, that's fine, but it's just makeup. It's just makeup, so please don't take it personally. If you want to check out any of my other anti-hauls, there will be a playlist linked below. For today's song of the day, ooh boy, what can I do? Is my phone dead yet? Nope, I have 2% left. If you saw my last video, you would know that the only music I've been listening to has been from anime lately, so like, is it gonna be another anime song? Probably. Just We Are Scientists and anime songs. Let's just do an old We Are Scientists song called In My Head. It is from not their previous record, but the previous record called Helter Seltzer. I have a poster somewhere in this house for that. The music video is very cool. They're some of my favorite dudes, and I posted a picture and like, or they like commented on the picture. They're like, it looks as fresh as a spring morning. I'm like, you fucking weirdos. Oh my God. I love them. I love them so much. And like when I posted a picture of my friend Aaron and I, we met up. We've known each other for like 13 years from the We're a Scientist message board. They like retweeted it and it was really cute and sweet. So yeah, they're my favorite dudes. We Are Scientists, the best boys. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you're new here and would like to see more of me, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post 2 videos a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays. If you happen to be watching this on a Saturday, which you probably are, I'll be streaming on Twitch later. So come watch me play The Sims. You know, if you like that stuff. All the links to all my social media will be in the description down below, including my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Twitch. If you would like to see this look, it was in the last video I posted, so that will also be in a link in a card where I was talking about all of my favorite anime. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next one.